Veterans for Peace, Chapter 102 in Milwaukee. First, we go to 3 different street festivals to introduce ourselves to the community that we are here. One of them is the Locust Street Festival in June, the Center Street Festival in August, and Brady Street in let's see, I think they're in July. It's a 2-purpose thing that we do that for when we go to the street festivals. Is one, like I said before, we introduce ourselves to the community, and it's a fundraiser. We sell T-shirts, books, and hand out literature as to what Veterans for Peace is doing around the nation and around the world. The next thing that we're really excited about is the Golden Rule sailboat, which I'm hoping that some of you have at least heard about it. Veterans for Peace, a chapter out in Los Angeles, found out that the sailboat that's called the Golden Rule, there were 4 Quaker gentlemen who back in 1958 heard about the nuclear atmospheric testing going on in the South Pacific, and they wanted to put a light on what's going on, what the United States is doing in the South Pacific by all of this nuclear atmospheric testing. So they thought maybe we could sail our little 33-foot sailboat out to the South Pacific and hopefully stop the testing. Well, the CIA found out that they were what they were doing, and they were arrested when they sailed from Los Angeles to Hawaii, and they were put in jail. And by this time, it went viral around the world that there's this little sailboat, sailing out there to try and stop the atmospheric testing. So when they were arrested in Hawaii, then there was another family who had a sailboat real similar to the Golden Rule, and they decided they would try to complete the mission. And of course, the CIA arrested them too. But by that time, like I said, it had gone viral around the world that this little sailboat with these people were bringing a lot of attention to what we were doing in the South Pacific. Anyway, now the sailboat sunk in a bay. I don't know what bay it was off of California, and one of our chapters, Veterans for Peace chapters out there, decided they were going to bring it up, bring it onto shore, get it back to sailing ability. And so for the last 2 years, they have been sailing the Golden Rule up and down the coast of California, stopping at hundreds of different towns and updating people on what's going on with nuclear bombs these days. And once they'd covered the West Coast, they decided they wanted to cover the Middle West or Midwest and the East Coast. So they loaded the sailboat on a truck and brought it to Minneapolis, where they got on the Mississippi River and sailed all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico, stopping at many different towns and cities along the way, and educating the people of those townships. I'm sorry?
It was
okay.
It was close to us here.
I'm sorry?
Never mind.
Okay. Okay, so now they're on the East Coast. They sailed all the way up they're getting close to Canada now, and they're going to get on the St. Louis Seaway, go through the locks, and go into the Great Lakes, and they're going to stop, I believe, at all of the Great Lakes, and then they're going to end up in Milwaukee. So this is going to be a great opportunity for Milwaukee to be exposed to what the Golden Rule is trying to educate the public. And I'm assuming once they're done with the United States, they'll head over to Europe. So they're going to be here the end of August. The last day of August, they'll be docking in downtown Milwaukee, right next to the Discovery World. And they'll be there for 7 days from the last day in August until I think it's the 6th of September. And then the last thing that we're planning is another Armistice Day. It'll be our 16th Armistice Day gathering at City Hall here in Milwaukee, which it's an educational tool, and it's let's see, well, a fundraiser for the chapter. So that's what we've got going on this year.